So Nikita, you're back in GB3 for a full season this year, building on a partial campaign from last season with high-tech this time, and it was a good third place to kick off the day there Sunday here at Silverstone.
Yes, pretty good. We got a good start, went from 5th to 3rd through Maggots and Beckett's and Sector 1, Sector 2, so after that I was trying to focus on keeping the two Rodens behind me while still attacking for second place. So it was a bit difficult to manage both of it, but I think we did a pretty good job on that.
And you seem to have adapted quickly to the new car after racing the old one last year. So what's it like racing a full season this year rather than a partial campaign? Is there a little bit more pressure?
Not really. I think I'm usually always very loose in the car. Never really feel too much pressure. I mean, definitely helps that I have last season's most of last season underneath my belt for this year, so I think that gives me a little bit of an advantage to some of the rookies out of the F4, like British F4 or Spanish. So pretty happy with it, and just looking forward to my first season.
And what was the motivation behind a full GB3 season and a partial campaign in Indy NXT rather than the other way around?
Just to get more prep for FIA F3 because we want to go that Formula 1 route. I think that's the most appealing right now, while still keeping some tabs in the States by doing some Indy NXT races because I didn't really get, I don't know how to explain it, but didn't have any really good offers for a full season, and we always wanted to go to F1 and chase the F1 dream, so we chose to do it the other way around than what most people would do.
And how are you managing the still racing on in North America and in Europe too?
It's a lot different. They're both very competitive in their own ways. Over here it's a bit closer racing, I think. In a way you can kind of get away with a little bit more, so it's a bit rougher. In NXT, I mean, it's still very rough, but it's different. It's always been different.
And how are you managing this car? Of course, it's a lot quicker and it's a bit more downforce as well, which makes them come alive around here.
Yeah, a little bit quicker. I'm not exactly sure on the full time, but yeah, we have more power, more downforce. In the straights with the DRS, we're a little bit faster. Without DRS, I think we're still the same because we have so much downforce now. It's it adds a little bit more drag, but through the corners, it's very fast.
And of course, you had the good start earlier on, and it was a chaotic one out there, fighting with Noah Lyle in front and Hughes and Royder behind. So how did you manage attacking and defending at the same time?
It was a bit tricky, if I'm being honest. I had to go defend both the Rodens behind me, each one of them actually, because I think it was Prado that overtook Ninovich. So had to go defend them, and then once I had like a second in between us, I could go push to Noah, and then I would go make a move, and then I'd be back in the Rodens. So it was a bit difficult, but the biggest thing was just trying to not lose a place while trying to put myself in a good position to see if Noah would make a mistake and try to get P2, but I think we did it pretty well. I mean, there wasn't too much better I could have done. Just maybe could have gotten him right before that safety car, but it was very difficult.
And how are you finding the tyres on this year's car? Do they grain a bit more than last year?
Not really. I think Pirelli is a very good build. We've always had excellent tires. The only thing is now I think there's a little bit more deg because the tires are bigger. So yeah, that's the only really big thing, but there's not a lot of graining ever. Plus it's pretty nice out. I mean, it's short sleeve today, and yesterday's been nice, so it's been ideal conditions for these tires.
And a lot of European rounds away from the UK this year with Spa and of course Monza coming up later this year, so how much are you looking forward to those? And you already raced at Spa last year.
Yes, extremely. I mean, some of them are my favorite tracks besides Brands Hatch, so will be interesting. Everybody's, from what I know, has been testing on English circuits and maybe a few Spanish, so will be different when we go to those FIA tracks. Well, I mean, all of them are almost FIA or are FIA, but will be different when we go to those European tracks, and we'll see who's fast and who's not, so can't really tell right now on what's happening.
And what are you expecting from this season in GB3 to compete for the championship?
Always. That's the goal, go compete for the championship. Right now we have good points so far. Got to go get a good race 3, maximize what I can and what I cannot. I think we'll be in the championship running as long as everything goes well. So we have to see. It's always, with a new car, you always have to sort some issues out with any new car. So hopefully we just have some good luck.
And are you already in a championship mode with managing the points, particularly with the reverse grid being so chaotic?
Always. I mean, I think that's one of the biggest things you have to look at is the points. I mean, you can go win 4 or 5 times but not score a podium, and you're not going to win the championship. So we just have to figure out when to go risk it and when to go play it safe. So I've been getting a little bit better at that over the Oceania, that far down there. So that taught me a little bit, but just trying to take what I've learned the past few years and put it together and go win the championship. That would be amazing, but I definitely think we'll be up there.
Thanks so much.